What was your purpose and goal when founding Quantic Dream?
So I was passionate with video games and storytelling and cinema. So I just wanted to create a company, a video game company that would let me explore all these things and create new ideas. So basically, it was about following my passion and my dreams and trying to create something that would be unique and different. So that was the goal when we started Quantic Dream.
Will Quantic Dream release a new interactive film?
Um, we don't use the term interactive movie because we believe that what we're doing is games. It's just games based on interactive storytelling. So yeah, we are working on different projects right now. One of them being Star Wars Eclipse. This is our next big game. So this is what we currently work on.
Which of the interactive films you made with the script and story that you satisfied the most?
Um, I'm very happy with our last game called Detroit Become Human. It's the story of androids in a near future, and it's about artificial intelligence. And it's interesting because I wrote the game in 2015, a long time before actually AI really arrived in our lives. And it's funny to see how much the game talked about things that we start to see now. So yeah, it's one of the games that I'm really proud of. But at the same time, I'm very proud of each game. Each game is a little bit one of your children. And Heavy Rain was another one that I really enjoyed because Heavy Rain was about um, the love that a father has for his son. And I was very interested to see if a video game could talk about these kind of topics.
What was the best character design you designed?
It's a difficult question because each character you put a lot of yourself in each character that you create. I work by passion, so I try to create characters that I like. So I like them all. I think one of the most popular ones is probably Connor, the android Connor in Detroit Become Human. So he's a character that I really like because there's a lot of myself in him somehow. It was also a great collaboration with the actor who played the role. Yeah, and I really like this character because he's both incredibly smart and intelligent, but at the same time, he's so naive sometimes and he doesn't know really how human beings work. So I really like the humor that comes with him. And at the same time, he's a very interesting character. So it's probably one of my favorites.
Who were the actors or actress you enjoyed working with the most?
Probably, I mean, many of them. I mean, my number one would be David Bowie, the singer. Um, it was on my first game, and he's an immense star. He was an immense star. Fantastic, very talented guy. Um, and I loved working with him. He was really a brilliant actor, brilliant singer, and very interesting person. I really loved working with another actor called Willem Dafoe. He was fantastic, Willem Dafoe. Very famous, very talented, very nice person. I loved working with Elliot Page. I love working with Brian Deckert, who played Connor. I like working with Clancy Brown, who was Hank in Detroit Become Human. I mean, all of them. I have a little story with each of them, and I really love almost all of them.
Are you planning to release sequels such as Detroit 2 or Beyond Two Souls 2?
You know, we are one of the very few studios in the world that never made any sequel. We never worked on any sequel in our history in 27 years. Each time we like to create something new and start from a blank page. This is who we are, and we really enjoy creating something new each time. But I never say never. I would be curious to have to see a sequel to Detroit. To be frank, I really enjoyed working with androids, and I have so many stories to tell about androids. Maybe there will be a sequel to Detroit one day. Why not?
Are you planning to make any projects such as movie or series?
Um, yeah, I mean, we have very frequently we have people contacting us. Oh, we want to do a film, we want to do a book, we want to do a TV show, sometimes from Hollywood or and we had some discussions, and there are still some discussions going on. So it may happen one day. Why not? But I'm not fighting for it. I'm making games. I love making games. If one day there is a movie, that's fine, but that's not my goal or something I absolutely want to achieve. But I think there's a good chance that it's going to happen. Yeah.
What was your favorite skin in the games you made?
One of my favorite scenes. um, there are two scenes that come to my mind. Three scenes. The first one was one of the endings of Detroit Become Human. There's just a very small, short ending where Connor and Hank succeeded and actually survived, and actually they meet and they just grab each other in the arms and they hug. And it's just a moving moment for me because it's a father and son type of moments. And I found that so moving to, for some reason, to think about it because they argued, they struggled, they disagreed, they collaborated. So many things happened to them. End of their story is really like they recognize each other like this in this father and son relationship. Another scene that comes to my mind is in Beyond Two Souls. There's a scene where one of the characters gives birth. They are homeless people, and they all together because one of the women is pregnant, and it's probably the only scene of giving birth in a video game, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun with the actors on set, and I'm really proud of this scene. And the last scene is in Heavy Rain. There's a scene where one of the main character, Ethan Mars, needs to cut his finger in order to save his son, and that was very hard to shoot. It was incredibly painful, and the actor delivered a fantastic performance. But the scene became very emotional. We don't show any blood, we don't show anything gore, we don't show the finger, but just the horror of the scene was enough to make a very strong impression on players. So that these are three of the scenes I'm very proud of.
How did you decide to make interactive films?
Well, I started because I'm a big fan of video games since I was a kid. But I was also a big fan of cinema and literature, and I was dreaming of merging everything and creating a fantasy that I had, which was to be the hero of your own movie. What if the movie, I could be the hero of the movie, and depending on my choices, the story would change? I thought it was a very powerful fantasy, and I still think today it is. So this is how it all started.